Can you flip? Remember this one? Go up and over. Okay. Can we do another one? There's your shirt. Good job. My name's Ann Coldridge, and this is my son, Connor. Connor, is it okay if I tell your story? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. So Connor is 23 years old. He loves rock and roll music. In fact, he obsesses on it. He likes Dave Matthews, U2, but he also has a diagnosis of autism, intellectual disability, and he's nonverbal. He communicates differently. When the budget was announced and there were many workforce investments, initiatives made into other professions, but not into the direct support professional workforce, it sent a message to me as a mom and as a provider that the people with intellectual disabilities aren't deserving of the support and the staffing that they need. I'm not sure when an administration is finally going to realize that an investment into the workforce that supports people with intellectual disabilities is an investment into people with intellectual disabilities. So for the last 5 years, we've been talking about the staffing crisis in our field. The pandemic just made it worse, and everything else that happened after with the Great Resignation made it even more worse. I can tell you for our organization, we're down a third of our workforce. We've closed programs. We're not able to bring people like Connor back to their pre-pandemic attendance because we just don't have the staff. And I think I'm really disappointed because our lawmakers really are the ones with the power to be able to invest in this workforce and make sure services and supports really are there. And I think I know that better than anyone else because in addition to being Connor's mom, I'm also the executive director for the ARC of Cumberland and Perry counties.
I do a lot for Tristan. I have to go around the room and item by item. This needs to be put away. This needs to be thrown away. This needs to go in the sink to be washed. What else do I help you with?
You help me with pretty much anything.
Anything and everything. There's no way he can live by himself with just somebody coming in for a couple of hours a day. He would be very lonely, and it would just create so much anxiety that it would not be good for him. From job coaches to aides to people in the group homes, just everybody needs to be able to make a decent living. Since COVID, the salaries and the pay has gone way up on everybody, it seems, but the people that are working for our folks with disabilities. If the funding was there and the help was there, that would just be such a game changer, and it would give Tristan an opportunity to be free from me and live his life. And then my biggest fear is that there won't be a safe place for him to grow old. Enough of support that he needs in his life.
Did you like the lemon drinks?
I think I just see it standing still. You know, the rate of pay, just the way the DSPs are even valued, it just stands still. And so when you aren't paid particularly well in this field, and you're called upon to work so many more hours, and if somebody doesn't show, they can be called in on a moment's notice. I think all of those factors together, there's burnout, there's underappreciation. It's a tough job. Every parent wants to know that when they leave this earth, the children they've loved and raised are going to be okay without them. And at this moment, if I died tomorrow, I would not in any way feel we're in that place.
I worked hard with the transition team at Vista to prepare for Tyler's adult world. I had high hopes of a group home eventually for him. I felt he deserved what every other young person gets to experience: a home of his own, friends, a life of his own that's not 24/7 supervised by his mom. I wanted a job for him because he's so smart, he's so capable, and with the right supports, he can do almost anything. The reality of what happened was that every plan we had in place had dissolved. There was no group home, there was no program. I couldn't even get job support for him. So I spent the next couple of months contacting agencies, trying to find supports for him. And usually what I got was a phone call back saying, "I'm so sorry. I wish we could help you, but we don't have staff."
It is a choice. To not fund this is a choice by the state government. They choose to fund other things. They choose to invest in other, nursing shortage, teacher shortage, direct support professional shortage. Why are we left out? So again, it's like, in my mind, there's a duty there to make sure the system is adequately funded, adequately staffed, appropriately regulated, so that it can support all the people that come to it.
I love you too.
In a perfect world, Tristan would be in a group home. His friends would be with him. They would always find things to do. They're a tight bunch of guys. For autism, he's very social. There's just nobody out there. Rainbow.
Ideally, I would like him to have his own home, his own apartment, where he is free to be himself and supported to do so.
That idea that she can live her life as close to what any of the rest of us would want. She needs the supports and the communication to be able to do that. If it's in place, look what she's done.
Connor has a disability through no fault of his own, right? It's nothing we did, it's nothing he did. Any parent, what they want for their children is to be happy, healthy, and safe. And so Connor's version of that may look different, but it doesn't make him any less entitled to have that in his life.